Hello YouTube, Kent here. Hope everyone is having a great day. Here in Sweden, like in the US, it's not even close, but it's been very windy here at the west coast. So we had storm for 3 days, I think. But it's nothing compared to what's happening in the US. I'll come back to that. First of all, the economy in the US, the jobless claims number came in today and they were higher than expected, and that's the trend last weeks now, that it's not really getting any better. So, and the GDP number was lower than expected. This comes as in Europe we have Greece in really bad trouble. They pumped in a lot of money, but it doesn't really help. And that's what I feel about the whole economy. As I said earlier, that even if they pumped in a lot of money in the system for 2-3 years now in the US and in Europe to get the wheels rolling. Here in Sweden, as I said earlier, the economy is getting better. We still have a quite high unemployment figure here in Sweden. Yeah, I think it's last report at 7.9, so it's going lower, but it's still high here in Sweden because we had an explosion in growth here in Sweden, so the numbers should be lower. But in the US you have 40 million people going on food stamps, and there's a lot of talk in the US that it's really close to the edge now. So, and all the figures, I watched the Forest scandal in there last week. A lot of numbers are really bad in the US right now. So as I said earlier, if something really good goes down in the US, and Europe is not really in good shape either. So I mean, Britain has a negative GDP, and so things are not getting better. It's just that they pumped in a lot of money, and that's what made the economy on the front looking a little bit better. But in the end, it will catch us, and then we're going to hit a wall. That's what I'm afraid of, and it's going to be even worse than back in 07, 08. So keep your eye on the economy. It's not looking really good. So in other words, yes, Mladic, the Serbian long. He was accused of war crimes back when the war. He's been on. They've been looking for him many years, but today they got him, which is good. And now they are even talking about Serbia. It's been like a thing for Serbia not to be accepted to start negotiating on joining the EU. So now that they got Mladic, they even open up the door to Serbia coming into EU. So let's see what happens there. But that guy wasn't nice. He was a really bad guy. Here, just Saab. I mean, it's a big company. It's been a big company in Sweden, as I told you earlier. They had a lot of problems. They are seeking for investments right and left from China, and they first had a company. I don't know what the name was. They had a done deal with this Chinese company. When they come to Trollhättan here, where they make the cars, they really saw how bad it was. So they jumped off the wagon, but now they got a new partner. So the plan is, I'm going to put all the links down there. The plan is to put or restart the production of the Saab cars now on Friday. So, but it's still on loose. So Friday's tomorrow. So let's see what happens there. Yeah, what was it? Yes, back to tornado in US. I was watching the weather channel in the US yesterday. I think I was glued to TV, and I have some. John, I hope you're okay. And it was really terrible to see. I mean, the force of those tornadoes, and they just go round and round. It was almost like a hurricane in the middle of the US. So it was really strange. And they even had 2 or 3 tornadoes in California. That is really unusual stuff. So I don't know, something is happening, and the volcano in Iceland has calmed down, but there's a lot of things going on now with the weather and everything. So, but I feel for the people in the US that it's just too sad. Well, what force it is, it's crazy. Yeah, and on another note, we conspiracy theories. Um, I mean, I'm not saying I believe in this, but I'm following. I'm going to put up some link on some good video about this comet Elenin that they say is a big comet. It's it's guided of intelligent people, that like it's somebody that's guiding this comet, and some people say it's a brown dwarf. And I'm gonna put the camera now and show you one clip. I'm just gonna make it real. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. And I'm watching the last episode of the event, and my wife, I've shown her some video about this comet that is supposedly to be close to Earth on middle of, I think it's beginning of September till October, and it's going to be close to the sun and the Earth, and people say that it's going to be catastrophic for the Earth. We're going to have a lot of earthquakes and stuff like that. So I'm not saying I believe in that. I only say it could happen. But when they talked about this Planet X or whatever, and that brown dwarf, and then you watch the event and the last episode. Yeah, just watch what's happening. Take a look here. Let's see. Okay, let's see there. There we go. Okay, sorry guys. Hang in there. Okay, now it comes. Hold your horses. There it is. Planet X or brown dwarf, whatever you want to call it, guys. On the last episode of the event for the season. Look there, over New York. How nice. Read it. London, Paris, Washington. What is it? Home. Okay, hang on. Or it's the brown dwarf that everybody's waiting for. Just wanted to show you because there's a lot of funny thing in that series, I have to say. They even said it's gonna be New World Order. Ah, guys. Okay, this was a long one. You people have a wonderful evening, and keep your crossed finger for no more tornadoes in the US. It's bad as it is, so everybody have a nice day. Bye.